Yo, man, this your boy, man, Mike, man. Just want to do a video on just something that I've had the experience of, unfortunately, being a part of, and this is what the Atlanta Falcons, as far as journalists are concerned, content creators, everyone that has a voice in the Atlanta Falcons, journalistic coaching and whatnot. Like I said, this is all about the content creators. And one thing that we have to know, and I kind of got a question from, I believe it was Fred Butts, and he was asking me why is everyone, have a difference of opinion, why everyone is arguing over differences of opinion and whatnot. And this is where I have to say this. I understand that everyone has their favorite player and whatnot. Me, I'm a guy, I'm a huge advocate for Dexter Lawrence. Everyone knows that I'm a huge Dexter Lawrence guy in this coming draft. All right, I love him. I think he will help provide the Atlanta Falcons with a ton of things. But when it comes down to, you know, answering Fred's question, so I guess this is a Mad Mike question. I have to say this, man. I understand that everyone has their difference of opinion, and for me, I try to break it down little by little on why I believe that Dexter Lawrence is the perfect player for the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, I love Christian Wilkins. I think he would help provide the Atlanta Falcons with a multitude of things. He's a defensive tackle that can play inside, outside. He has that unique ability, but so does Dexter Lawrence. And what separates Dexter Lawrence and Christian Wilkins for me is just the Atlanta Falcons are in need of a guy that can do a lot of things. Play multiple positions, which Dexter Lawrence can, but what the Atlanta Falcons need more, much more than just a guy who can do a multitude of things when um, with his quickness, when with his speed, when with his awareness, his smarts, his intelligence. This is what the Atlanta Falcons need. But again, what separates is strength. And this is where I say I give Dexter Lawrence the heads up on a guy like Christian Wilkins because of what the Falcons need. Okay? Not saying that Christian Wilkins won't be as good. He still could be much better than Dexter Lawrence. But what the Atlanta Falcons need, in my opinion, is a guy that can win with strength. Guys that can win with strength. And we haven't had that since the days of a guy like Rashid Hickman. And everyone knows that I am a huge. I was so disappointed when Rashid Hickman was released by the Atlanta Falcons. The perceived, you know, I guess it was, in a way, domestic violence issue. That has been rectified, but he has to, if he comes back, he signs with another team, he really has to sit out for 2 games for a suspension for that reasoning. But, man, look, man, the Atlanta Falcons need a guy that can win with strength. And I think if you sign a guy, well, not sign a guy, but draft a guy like Dexter Lawrence, he would do that for the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons need a variety of pass rushers, defensive linemen who can do different things. We have guys that can win with speed, and that's Tack and Vic. And you have Grady Jarrett who can do, win primarily with his quickness. Not to say Grady Jarrett isn't a strong guy, but he primarily wins with his strength and quickness. So if you bring in a guy like Dexter Lawrence who can win with his strength, you add another dynamic to an already good defensive lineman. They're not great yet, but you add a guy like Dexter Lawrence who can do that, then you open up so many lanes and so many one-on-one opportunities just by moving Dexter Lawrence around, and you know, he can use his strength to kind of push the smaller offensive linemen out of the way. So this is one of the reasons why I say that I'm not going to get on Twitter and go back and forth with a lot of people, because a lot of people at this point, man, everybody wants their guy. I understand it. Look, I want my guy, but more than anything, I want the Atlanta Falcons to succeed. And I feel that Atlanta Falcons will succeed with a guy that can win consistently with strength and power. That's something that the Atlanta Falcons do not have on the defensive line. They need guys that can win with strength and power consistently. And then to add to that, a guy that I feel as though that would be a great asset to this Atlanta Falcons team if he were to be drafted by the Atlanta Falcons is Zach Allen. Zach Allen, the Atlanta Falcons went up to Boston College to kind of get a one-on-one look of, who he is and what he can provide. And look, man, I wouldn't be surprised if the Falcons trade up, a little bit earlier in the second round to try to get a guy like Zach Allen because he is that damn good for me. So, with that being said, man, the Atlanta Falcons, all the content creators, man, let's just try to get along, okay? Let's say, can we all just get along, man? Can we just get along, all right? We understand that everyone has a difference of opinion. Let's try to respect that. And that's all your boy, Man Mike, got to say about that. Your boy, Man Mike, is out, man. Peace. Oh, do not forget to hit that subscribe button.